All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 99 of Pozios Picks. In today's episode, I'm going to be going over my favorite plays from this Week 10 college football slate. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. The first game on the slate, Kansas State is going to Texas. Texas are 3.5-point favorites at home, and the total is set at 49.5 in this one. Kansas State, who is rolling right now, heads into Austin facing a backup quarterback for the Longhorns. K-State has really seemed to figure something out with their two-quarterback system, and that approach has resulted in the 14th best offense in the country. Texas, on the other hand, will have freshman Malik Murphy at quarterback, and his offense still possesses some of the most talented offensive players in the country who will be able to make plays no matter who's throwing them the ball. These defenses aren't bad, but I still think this total's a bit too low for how potent these offenses can be when they get going. So my play in this one's going to be the over 49.5. In a game like this, talent is going to show itself, and there's going to be a lot of it on the field in Austin on Saturday. The next game on the slate, Texas A&M is going to Ole Miss. Ole Miss are 3-point favorites at home, and the total in this one is set at 52. Big game here for the Rebels at home. Ole Miss has put together a great offense this season, and when they get rolling, they can be extremely dangerous both on the ground and in the air. By the numbers, Texas A&M has one of the better defenses in the country, but watching them this year, when they really need stops, they often struggle to get them. Also, their quarterback Max Johnson has not been the best this year, and if they get behind to this Ole Miss offense, I really think they struggle to stay in this one. Trusting the home team with the better overall unit here, give me Ole Miss minus the 3. The next game on the slate, Oklahoma is going to Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State are 5.5-point underdogs in this one, and the total is set at 62. One last bedlam to take us home, and it wouldn't be right if we didn't take the over in this game. Oklahoma really has to get back on track after a couple shaky performances that finally ended in a loss at Kansas last week. I think Dylan Gabriel has the offense rolling in this one. On the other side of the ball, nobody wants to play spoiler for the Sooners more than Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is just a classic Big 12 team this year, one that can score but can't really play much defense. They're averaging over 40 points per game in their last few games, but for the season have given up an average of over 400 yards per game. This one just has to go up and down the field at some point. It's bedlam for a reason. Give me the over 62 as my play in this one. The next game on the slate, Virginia Tech is going to Louisville. Louisville are 9.5-point favorites at home, and the total is set at 48.5. I think this is a bit of a letdown spot for Virginia Tech coming off of a big win at home against Syracuse last week. The Hokies' defense is solid, but with how the Louisville offense has been playing, they will have an answer. The Cardinals still have a good opportunity to play for the ACC championship, so I expect them to be locked in for these last few weeks and take care of business. The defense will continue to shine, and the offense will do what they need to do to win games. Give me Louisville minus the 9.5 at home. The next game on the slate, Purdue is going to Michigan. Michigan are 33.5-point favorites at home, and the total is set at 53.5. This one is a don't think, just throw game for me. Michigan and Harbaugh have been getting dogged in the media the past 2 weeks, and nobody wants to shut them up more than Jim Harbaugh. You got the Purdue coach making comments about the sign stealing as well. It's just not a good recipe for the Boilermakers here. Harbaugh and the Wolverines stay on the gas until the final whistle. Give me Michigan minus the 33.5 and also the Michigan team total over 42.5. The next game on the slate, Washington is going to USC. USC are 3-point underdogs at home, and the total is set at 77. Man, oh man, a game I have had circled since the beginning of the year. Two high-powered offenses, two of the best quarterbacks in college football, squaring up in a classic Pac-12 game. I mean, look at this total, 77. It is this high for a reason. At this point of the season, everyone knows USC is not going to be able to stop anyone. And lately, Washington has had a bit of trouble stopping people as well. This game is going to go back and forth. And even though this total is ridiculously high and we're going to need a ton of touchdowns, I have to take the over. Washington hasn't looked great And in a big-time game like this can get them back in a good rhythm that we saw at the beginning of the year from them. My main play for this game, though, and my favorite play of the day, is going to be Washington minus the 3. Like I said, this game is going to go back and forth, but out of the two teams, Washington is by far more likely the one to get the stop when they need it. Can't wait for this one at the Coliseum. The last game I'm going to go over, LSU is going to Alabama. Alabama are 3-point favorites at home, and the total is set at 61.5. Biggest and best game of the night. This one should be awesome. This game really determines both of these teams' futures for the rest of this season, as the winner will most likely play for the SEC championship against Georgia and maybe even earn themselves a spot in the college football playoff. LSU and Jaden Daniels have been spectacular on offense all season long, but the defense is still a big question mark for the Tigers. Alabama, on the other hand, has just found ways to win games down the stretch and are in a great position to again sneak into the college football playoff. My first play for this game is going to be the over 61.5. LSU has shown that they're going to struggle to stop teams, but Jaden Daniels has shown that he's going to keep them in games by scoring points. LSU overs have been great to us this year. We're going back to the well. My second play is going to be LSU plus the 3. I know going to Tuscaloosa with their defense is not a good recipe to win a game, but they've had the bye week to prepare and should be somewhat better on that side of the ball, at least early in the game. Jaden Daniels and this offense are going to be able to score, and having to rely on Jalen Milroe to come from behind on anyone's defense is just something I don't want to do. Tigers plus the 3 and the over 61.5 are my plays in a hopefully great one in Tuscaloosa. That is going to do it for this episode of Pozios Picks, but before I get out of here, just want to say a couple things. Number one, make sure you're following us over on Pickett. You can see plays that we add late. We always add plays when Saturday morning rolls around, so make sure you're following us over there to see those plays. Also, be sure to subscribe to our SoBet. Our SoBet is where you will get every single one of our plays, premium plays, all that good stuff. And by subscribing to SoBet, you not only see our premium content, but a bunch of other handicappers' premium content. So make sure you go subscribe over there. And lastly, check out the new merch. The new merch drop is live. We've got a bunch of new products uploaded brand new this week as well. So check that out in the description down below or in our Twitter bio. It's brand new. You guys will love it. Perfect stuff for the fall. We'd really, really appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Good luck to everyone on your college football bets this week, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.